Toby Walleye sitting out in front of the beautiful chase in the lake. Just finished doing a guide life show, bringing you a fresh report from here, Leech Lake. Water temps right now are in the low 60s. Warmer days, sunnier days, we're pushing up in the upper 60s. Mayfly hatch is going on in many parts of the lake, but not all. Fish are keying in on perch minnows. Bugs out of the mud in the transitions like the mayfly, and a crayfish molt is going on, so we have fish chasing those too. What does that mean? It means there's a lot of forage right now, and the fish can be tricky to catch, but they are biting. And so we'll start on the main lake. On the main lake right now, outside the rocks, the transitions from 14 to 18 feet of water, where the hard bottom goes to mud, you will find lots and lots of walleyes. There, the best ways to catch those fish on calm days is to go ahead and throw a slip bobber, and this will come up in a lot of our different presentations in this report. A slip bobber, simple slip bobber, tungsten weight, and a jig head on windy days like today, plain hook on your calmer days. But this presentation with a leech has been working best. Certain days crawlers are working too, but a bobber and a leech is working great. When you do have those deeper water presentations going on, the deeper structures, sand flats and weed edges, any place where you're in 14 feet of water or deeper, because it's a clear zebra mussel lake, that's where you can pull a Lindy rig. This is set up for just a leech. This is a super long leader, typical slip sinker, long leader, 6-8 feet of water, or 6 to 8 foot leader with a small Gamakatsu hook. You can tip that with a leech and or a night crawler. If it's a night crawler, blow it up, get it out of the grass a little bit, especially if they're keying on crayfish. Walleyes on Leech Lake love night crawlers. You can try a spinner too. I haven't been using a spinner, but in between bites, so you're around weeds or maybe there's a whole bunch of bait fish, it's time to go artificials. Your plastics, jig and plastic. This is a Mission Tackle tungsten jig, 1/4 ounce because it's windy, with a plastic. I like to use the same colors that a crayfish would be, and or a minnow, a shiner minnow, or a perch. And we want to go ahead and cast these out just like a jig and a minnow. Work it pretty aggressively right through the school of fish, and these at times will outfish live bait. You can still find shiner minnows here around Leech Lake, so you can use those, but the plastics seem to be working just as well. And when the fish are super stubborn, time for the old jig and Rapala, and that is what they're eating a lot of times, is that exact color. Rapala makes a good color combination. The perch for walleyes, and this you can see it's got a little bit of sandgrass on it because that's where we threw that today, right around the sandgrass edges, snapping it with braided line to fluorocarbon, right through the walleyes and get bit. So really the kitchen sink. We got Lindy rigs, we got jigs and minnows, jigs and plastics, we got the bobber rig, and the most aggressive technique is go ahead and start jig wrapping. That's the report for walleyes here on Leech Lake. Until next time, we'll see ya.